They want to break him down. They want to subdue him and make him accept, conditions that will lead to a freedom that is not freedom.
It is quite fascinating and very unfortunate when the Nigerian politicians think they can play on the intelligence of the public or the majority of the Nigerian masses. This is quite unfortunate how they have reduced the judiciary to the mold to become the mockery in the Committee of Nations. Judiciary should be a well-defined system that upholds the rights and fundamental human rights and the custodian of justice and peace. Unfortunately, that seems not to be the case in Nigeria today. How could a criminal case be tried under a masked witness? How could we believe such that a criminal case or alleged treason and the witness will be allowed to be masked? Where does that happen? Of course, in 2016, when the federal government of Nigeria made such requests, the court, in its wisdom, of course, has to turn that down because it's unacceptable. It is quite ridiculous and unfortunate that such could be upheld by any court of law within the Nigerian legal jurisprudence as of now. What really changed? Well, when some people say the Nigerian state is being captured, is a state capture, people may not understand what is playing out. How could someone who already has been tried, judged by the Nigerian Appellate Court of Law, vindicated, acquitted, and discharged, be subjected to such level of cruelty? That has remained, of course, a very fascinating and unusual development. Well, whatever be the case, we continue to watch as this unfolds. What could be running in the minds of the Nigerian government, the Defense Council, and the judiciary for approving a masked witness under whatever disguise or circumstances? It is quite very ridiculous and laughable.
One thing gives me joy about NNAMDI KANU, his positive mindset. Each time he comes to the court, he looks very healthy and very fresh. Uh, they want to break him down. They want to subdue him and make him accept, conditions that will lead to a freedom that is not freedom. Just like Nelson Mandela refused and rejected all those kind of things and stayed for, was it 37 or 27 years in prison. And when he came out with the freedom for South Africa. I thank God the whole situation is telling the whole world more about the judicial system in Nigeria. You understand? They don't know that they are making laughing stock of themselves in the eyes of the world. And, well, let's wait and see. As for me, I always say that Mazin Namdekano will not die in detention. He will not die in detention. In the end, we shall see what happens. Because the only thing Mazin Namdekano needs is Biafra. You understand? And the powers that be are not willing, are not ready to give him Biafra. But we'll see what happens in the end. That is it.
Thank you once again.